thought I was going to be late for my live, but that's okay. We just got a phone call to see an apartment. Very excited, very happy. Woohoo! Oh, it's not going to be ready probably for another month, but oh, we've got first dibs at it. So, well, everybody, I wait for people to come on in. Whew, got to get grounded. I'm all excited. Okay, cards on for the day. Anybody watching this later, I hope everyone is having a good day, a good afternoon. Chickens. Bark. Hey, Kala Lily. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I just got some good news. The apartment probably won't be ready until April, but we finally get to look at a new place on Monday. It's in rough shape, the girl said. So I just love how people make a mess of, apartments when they're in them. But, oh, starting to breathe a little bit easier. One more month. Hopefully, just one more month. Ah, chickens. Yeah. Still waiting for that golden egg, though, Kala. Meet a goose with the golden egg. And I just might have gotten that today. So, how have you been, my dear? I think you were on this morning with Sonia. Oh, let's see, what do I have in? Oh, my goodness. Trying to pull out all my cards. Kind of feeling what a vibe of what everybody is feeling today and what they may want. I'm working on my own cards. I might use a few of those today, kind of get a feel. How's the weather with you, Kala? It's still slightly flurry, and I'm up here in Niagara Falls. Ooh, sinus infection. That sucks. I've been having issues with my sinus since this up and down with the weather is just absolutely ridiculous. I actually had like a mini migraine last night, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Enough is enough. Is it okay if I ask you where you're from? I love learning about where all my fellow peeps live. We had a high of I think 16 today. Might have gotten up a little higher, maybe into 20. Let's see what we got going here. Santa Barbara. The weather is gorgeous. I bet it is. I bet it is. Yes, at some point we are going to have to look outside of New York. I'm originally from New England. Which state? A girl I used to be friends with lived in Massachusetts and New Hampshire and Rhode Island, so I got to visit those states, and I briefly lived in Massachusetts before moving to Arizona. So for where I was up in Rowley, and that was just perfect. Just cool, Massachusetts, because I used to love driving down to on my days off. I only had one day off a week. I was working two jobs, delivering rural mail for Byfield. And on my one day off, I would drive into, I would go to Wolf Hollow. I'm trying to remember, I can't remember the name of where Wolf Hollow was located. It was about a half hour drive from Raleigh. And then I used to love visiting Salem, when I could too, on my days off. Well, at one point I was only one day off a week. I was working two jobs. So, yes, Massachusetts and Boston. There's nothing like Boston. So let me light some incense. And I do have a kitty that likes my incense when I burn it. So he always comes running when he hears it. So I'm burning some Palo Santo and some white sage. I mean, there were some areas, parts of Salem that I didn't like. The commercialism and how people love to make money off of you know the dark history and the pain and suffering. But it is what it is these days. Oh, this board I got a new. I got. Does he think it's a treat? I think he likes the smell of it. I actually had a dog. Her name was Piper, and she loved the smell of copal. Whenever I would start lighting up one of my little charcoal blocks, she knew. She would come out, and I would start dropping the copal. And she was a weird dog. I love her. I miss her. But she would just start wanting to sniff. Yep. Here's Mozzie. He came in. He heard the clicking, and she would just stick her nose in it and go start sneezing, but then stick her nose back into it because she liked the smell of it. So yeah, she was my silly girl, one of my silly babies. Hi, Melinda. Thank you for joining us. And this past weekend too. Oh, look at this. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but it's blue. I know it looks purple right now, but Rising Goddess, where I do walk-in readings and hang out and take classes and workshops and stuff. They sell crystals and this beautiful sphere, blue chalcedony, and it doesn't look blue. Unfortunately, it looks more like white. Yeah, I bet you do, Melinda. I know. I just wish you could see how beautiful that blue is, but the glow is real though. That glow is just absolutely lovely. And I had to get it $5, just $5 for that. Absolutely beautiful. Speaking of, let me see if I can correct. There's Mozzie. Say hi, Mozzie. Say hi to Kala Lily. Say hi to Melinda. Yep, he's the one. He loves the coming in. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there is blue. It's really beautiful. I just kind of wish I could. There you go. There we go. You can see the blue a bit better now. How pretty. There we go. Yeah, his name is Mozzie. Wait, no, not those trees. What? Yeah, I get you. I know where you're coming from. How are you doing today, Melinda? You and Kala Lily catch a lot of lives, so I appreciate you taking the time out to come and to see mine. I just wish I can get rid of the glare. Yeah, he loves his mama, and I love my boo. Okay, here. Let's put this over here, Maz. No. What, you wanna? He may come and say hi. So, how are you ladies or anything? I know, Kala, you have a sinus infection. That shit makes me paranoid. I've heard that too strong of a dose can. That's why I have a friend who actually owns a hemp store. She was doing and selling the CBD when people still weren't quite sure of it. But now that oh, okay, thank you. Yes, that's where you were last night. Thank you for finding me. I'm glad you found me, and I'm glad I found you. Um, I know that sounds cheesy, but I really do appreciate people taking time to come and hang with me because there's so many videos, so many wonderful readers, and a lot of people that I subscribe to. I can't catch their videos, but at least I try to go and at least hit the like button so that they get the positive algorithms. Um, but yeah, my friend Kari, she sells also now THC infused gummies at her store, and she was just on the news recently being interviewed. And when things get really hard, because they are spendy, the CBD gummies, whatnot. Shad and I'll, cut one in half, and he'll take one, and I take one. So, um, oh, that was nice. No, it was two. Yeah, I don't like the smell of it, Melinda. It just absolutely makes me want to retch. Um, but like in gummies, and um, one of these days I'm hoping to try a piece of chocolate. But yeah, I'm very careful. Hey, where did you go? Hmm? I know. I'm a kitty person. Where did you go, Boo? Okay, you're not over there. That's weird. Oh, there you are. Sorry, didn't mean to make everybody dizzy. Trying to still, it's weird how when I do one thing is actually this way, and yeah. So yeah, and with it being, spending it, and it's nice that she gives us, samples when she can, because she knows, things are a little rough. Cultivators in California, yeah, and people, yeah. Katie talks about, the regulations now, and how much you're allowed to grow and to, sell and stuff. So yeah, it's too bad that we had to kind of cut that a little short last night with Maya on Black Cat, because she came back on again later to read on Putin with Kathy from Kathleen J. Lightworker, and she was still having issues with her mic. So hopefully she can work that out. I love reading with Maya. She's just so beautiful. I just enjoy her immensely. Now, when I was a kid, oh my God. Hell to the yeah, but I quit when I got pregnant in 20. Whoa. Yep, it still was. Yeah, I watched for a little bit. But I don't, I avoid reading on politics too much, especially before bed, and I try not to do that on my channel because I do like watching other people's shows when I can, and with their politics, that's pretty much how I get caught up in what's going on in the news. Oh, yeah, to take the pain away. The emotional pain too sometimes, huh? But I guess it's that type of pain is there for a reason, blessings have to come up. So Melinda, I'm sorry that you are hurting, that you're in a lot of pain. Even like a THC based chocolate or gummy or something, that's still too much for you, you know, to be able to with the pain, because I know Katie said that, she gave up on a lot of the medications, and she gets her medicine straight from the plants that she grows. Oh, so, but this is going to be a good weekend. Stay positive. I'll say about, Ukraine and stuff is that a lot of us are all sending our prayers, love and light, not just from here within our community, but from all over the world. And, you know, this will be rectified, and we just got to try to keep love in our hearts for everybody that is involved. Oof. boy. I'm sorry, Melinda. Sophie, welcome. I don't know if you've ever made one of my lives, but um, thank you for joining us. We're just chatting a bit. I like, kind of catching up and seeing what the vibe is, seeing how people are doing. And my kitty cat likes that too. Yes, you do. So, how are your little birdie babies doing? They are quite the talkers. Ooh, excuse me, nose itch. Okay. Whew. So, alrighty, let's see what I'm getting the itch to start doing some shuffling. Um, I have so many cards. I'm just trying to feel which ones want to speak first. But let's do a color. I'm an artist, so I love color. I'm assuming, Sophie, that because you have a birdie, you can't have any kitties. Although some people raise their baby birds with their cats and stuff, and they know better. Well, the youngest one changed name again. Tootsie Love. What else we could do? Yeah. Sometimes people think just sending out love isn't enough, and they don't realize that the more love that gets out there, even if it touches a few people here and there, those people that it touches will hopefully then leave them and go and touch somebody else. So, oh, kitty allergies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine not having a kitty in my life. We used to have we had two cockatoos, and one of them used to love, and this was when I was a little kid. Her name was Marlena. And my mom would just, let her out of her cage, when the kitty was outside. And my brother and I would be playing card games or whatever. And she would just fly on the table, walk all over the cards, pick one up, try to take them away. So she's like, I want to play. Hi, Gina. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I know this is like my second live this week. I have got to get more of a established schedule, but it's kind of hard when you're trying to get ready and trying to find a place to move. But we did get a call today, just before I came on, that there's an apartment that we've been waiting to hear about. The people unfortunately left it in really bad shape. I don't know why people have to do that. However, we're getting first dibs on it. So it probably won't be ready until April 1st. But we get to see it, and if we want it, we can be the first ones to put a 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Sophie, I would love that. Thank you. And I first caught with your name when I can't remember whose channel I was on. I was subscribing to so many people, but I absolutely love opals. And when I saw opal, I was like, oh, opals. Not an easy time, no, but with our current situation and how our place is, we have two areas in our living room ceiling that are leaking, and we lost our water about a month ago, so we have no running water in the house. So buying lots of water, having a flush down, you know. So it's been kind of rough, but you know, that gives us something to look forward to. Oh, it is your birthstone. You know, my mother would not allow. I lived with my mother for quite so many years, and because my birthstone wasn't opal, I wasn't allowed to wear it. One of those superstitions. And So I think within like the past 10 years or so, if I can get my hands on a beautiful opal, if I can afford it, I'll nab one. So I just absolutely love. Thank you, Gina. Gina, what did you do? Oh, the meditation video. I came across a beautiful one yesterday. I had to play because I was waiting for Shan when he was shopping in Walmart, in our Walmart up here. Anywho, it was a meditation with Mother Mary because I work with her. She's my mama goddess, and it was so beautiful. And I just loved how they brought, they did it just for her, and it wasn't like a Christian based. It was just all beautiful, deep meditation and envisioning the beautiful light and feeling her arms around you and giving your stresses and your worries and your fears to her and feeling her loving light as well. And it was just absolutely beautiful. Yes, that's wonderful. Oh, it was because I was raised Catholic, but I do not. I left the church in my early 20s, and I'm just kind of re-establishing a connection, or not a connection, but a genuine respect um, for Jesus, or as I like to call him now, Yeshua, because that was his real name, not the westernized version of his name. And I've I no longer have dislike and hate and stuff in my heart for him, and I'm slowly reopening to certain aspects, but I do not um, follow a Christian like Bible, law thing like that. That's not how I believe he had wanted us to behave or to treat each other, I should say. Oh, Melinda, that would be wonderful. False teeth tip. 8:30 now. Sophie, is that 8:30 Eastern? Because I'm Eastern Standard Time. So I am going to go ahead and just start pulling cards. Beautiful. Turquoise. Awaken your empathy. That's interesting. I was just talking about having empathy and understanding and compassion towards someone that I used to pray to and spiritual, and that's beautiful. And it's like in the shape of a rose. So the turquoise, awaken your empathy. I'm already, it's sometimes it's hard to be empathic, and for those of us who are and do what we do. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And of course the turquoise, is also for your throat chakra. So if you're going to awaken your empathy, the best way to express it too is through your words, what you say not only to other people but to yourself as well, because words have power. And I'm still learning when people say, do you want to tell yourself something that you otherwise wouldn't tell another person? And sometimes that strikes me. I wouldn't say this to this person, so why would I say it to myself? So like something that Sonia touched on, I believe it was this morning, was making sure that we self-care ourselves, and that we need to take care of ourselves first, and nurture ourselves, because if we can't do that for ourselves, how are we going to be able to truly do that for anybody else? We need to take care of ourselves and to love and respect ourselves. Oh, you have this one too. I love this deck. Um, Yellow, your solar plexus, purify your body, stand in your truth. Your solar plexus is your place of power. Remember to respect your boundaries and what you are willing to accept and not accept from other people, and also, again, including ourselves. Our solar plexus is a strong place of our personal power, and how we choose to share it with others, and to be careful to just not give it away, and to make sure that we nurture and nourish, you know, our center and our power, because power within will not have us seek out power without or power over others, because we are. Yep, and I'm still learning that. A lot of self forgiveness. And I like doing things in threes lately, it seems. So I'm going to pull one more. And if anybody else wants to share messages with each other, that's what I'm enjoying, with my lives, is that we all connect and communicate with each other. Ooh, purple, mental clarity, developmental clarity. Yeah, because once again, I'm feeling like this is something that we need to kind of focus on these days, is ourselves. And I keep wanting to go back to the concept of whenever these cards pop up, and how we can relate that to, our sense of self and self love. I actually participated in a spiritual mental health support group on Wednesday, and the activity, or ritual, I don't know if it would be necessarily a ritual, it could have been, maybe to some people, or like maybe not even a ceremony, but what Phoenix was doing was he was having us address where we may feel cursed or held back in our lives because of our family ancestry lineage. And this is something I believe that Tony from Shining Hawk and Sonia and Manasa were doing the other night. I missed it because I think that was the night of my group. And learning how to heal what our family's past has done to us, and how we may have incorporated that into our way of thinking about ourselves, and not just with family, but with society in general. I mean, there was a lady there who was literally cursed by an Italian grandmother. She did it right in front of her, the whole, and I was like, whoa, that's intense. I mean, that's some hatred right there. And she was supposed to be a Catholic woman. Um, so for me, it just goes to prove that it doesn't matter, what you believe in, it's what's in your heart. And um, taking the wounds and patterns that may be negative or don't serve us and our mental health, our emotional and our spiritual self, um, that needed all to be addressed. And he used tarot cards to help us through, and then the guided meditation. So it was very beautiful. So with the purple, developmental clarity, that's making sure that we are clear on what it is that we want for ourselves, what we mentally tell ourselves, because there's a lot of times during the day where that negative aspect of the ego comes in, or the fear, the quote unquote demons from the past that come in, and it just gets in your head, and then your thoughts then become your feelings, that become actions that you may take against yourself or others. So I think really developing that mental dialogue, a healthy one, so that when we start getting those thoughts again and wanting to express them through the turquoise, through their throat chakra, um, it takes away our power. So there we go, the personal power. Do I still have those? No. So I think this leads perfectly. It all connects, what we think, what we tell ourselves, and then how we speak about what we feel or think about ourselves, and how that drains down into our personal power. That those three connect perfectly. So this was a nice three cards. Exactly, because there are still um, people that I know who follow a Christian religion. Who I have a friend who is Islamic, and I can share with her about my beliefs. And if I ask something, I want to learn about hers, because I tell her that, we hear so much of the negative aspects of like Islam. What can you share with me? Or I'll go to her and say, well, this is what I have been taught, through our culture. And then she goes and she shares with me what she finds beautiful and in truth. And so I think a lot of us just need to start looking at each other's beliefs and saying that even though they may not correlate with ours, um, it all still leads to a higher power, and we need to respect that. And of course, I have to draw the line where it does any harm to anybody, women, men, children. Um, to me, that type of religion has no place, I believe, on this planet, if it requires um, the domination, the hurt, or exploitation of people. So, um, let's see which cards are calling me. Yeah, because Sophie, just to touch again on that really quick, because when I was connecting and learning more about Wicca and paganism, when I would bring in my my beliefs with Mother Mary, with the angels, Saint Michael, and with like Saint Francis, I had people just in the pagan community just shut me right down, and it just took me by surprise for some of them, because it's just like, you don't want to be judged, but yet you're not allowing me to have my beliefs brought into what we are discussing in our circle. And it wasn't anything that it was because someone's saying, well, it causes me trauma, or it affects my PTSD, which I could understand if that had been brought up, but it was just out of that nasty hatred. And there were people that, I learned from, but then I had to disconnect from, because I did not want to continue bringing in that type of, carry on that type of hate, or at least I tried not to, especially with, Christian religions and stuff. So it's a process, you know. When you're young, you really don't know, and every opportunity that came about for me to learn something, I would, learn it. And I'm at the point now. I just turned 51 last year, where I feel like, even though it scares me to be this age, at least I have 50 years of wisdom that I knew could be, or beliefs that could be changed. and expressed in a way that was more from a place of love, understanding, and compassion. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab these cards. And if anybody wants a card for their own, please let me know. Oh, you're welcome, Melinda. Oh, Melinda's leaving. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought she was just saying thank you. I didn't go up far enough. Um, so if you have to go, Sophie, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you so much. And let's see. Did I miss any other messages? Do, 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 do. Oh, Kala Lily, okay, you're still here. I don't know if Gina is. Let's see. Sophie, yes, it is. It's funny you're talking about this morning. And working on balancing my spirituality. Yeah. I remember putting the word balance in the chat today. I can't remember if it was the one that Sonia did or if it was the one I visited for a little bit with Kelly and with Angie. Oh, sure. Let's see. Typing that in right now. I want to start inviting more people too. And I think I can with basic StreamYard. And there you go, Sophie. Okay, Kala, we all judge things for ourselves. We can try to keep love and compassion in mind, but if it's harmful to us, it's better. Yes, it's what we need with boundaries. What Sophie was just saying about having to work with spirituality um, and balance is that boundaries are so important because it helps us maintain that what's the word, like that homeostasis, or your equilibrium, because if something, you know we give too much and then we're just giving our power to people, and then that drains us and makes us sick, and it helps invite that negative energy into our bodies, and I'm not down for that. So let me shuffle from this deck. I don't remember the name of this deck. I do apologize. I don't have the box, but it is by Cheryl Richardson, and it should be still on her website. Oh, well, I'm glad you like the energy and you have a lovely nap. I'll probably take one to myself a little later. Okay, let's see. Let's see. First card up is growth. And it says on the back, accept the lesson. When things don't go our way, something more important to the growth of our soul is in the works. So you can see that tiny little figure there and that big, tall building. I feel like that, quite honestly, a lot. And then you have all those clouds coming towards you, and it's just like, am I ever going to make it? You know? And according to this, we just have to have some patience, take what we can from the lesson that has been given to us, and go from there. And this was just like what Sophie was saying that she was doing this morning, something more important to the growth of our soul, for our spirituality. So beautiful. And the next card is trust. That's beautiful too. All these cards are beautiful. The more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. So, for growth, we need to have trust. And the last card, and you also need love. Beautiful falls there in the heart. The heart may be hurt sometimes and can be wounded and banged up, but that light of love still glows within. Then you have that beautiful water just flowing around it. And the back of this card says, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. So there is no more power, more strong or beautiful than the expression of true love towards one another. So beautiful. I love that. To grow. Oops. Here. To grow and to learn how to trust, we all must come from a place of love. I like threes. Three is a good number. I like that. So, would anybody here? I'm not sure. I think Gina might have had to have taken off because I know Jen Lynn jumped on and she knows a lot about crystals. So I'll have to check her out later on. But let's see. Kala Lily, would you like a card? Let's see. Melinda went to take her wonderful nap. And Gina. So I'm not sure if Gina's still here. Growth, trust, and love equals perfection. Yep. Okay, let's see. What cards do I want to use? Here, let's go for the Seven Energies by Colette Baron-Reid. I absolutely love this deck. I love pretty much all of her decks. So we'll do threes. So what positive, love, and light-filled message can we give to Lily this afternoon? Oh, what can I do to increase my energy? Okay. Okay. Actually, I am going to reverse this card, this position. Okay, because I think this is what's going to help. So to be back in perfect harmony with yourself and with as your question with your energy. Um, Perfect harmony, beautiful. Possibly, what I love about this is music. That's automatically what it's expressing. To become full and perfect harmony within yourself to raise your energy. We sometimes have to come to a place in between where we can sit and meditate. And of course, balance. You have, this bridge. Whoop. One of these days I'm going to learn how to do this. And then this bridge coming over to here, and there's this beautiful little, of course, you got the sun right there. You got this beautiful little temple-like place in there, and being fully supported in this space. And here, let me take a close look to see down here, because I think I see a spiral or a feather. Now I'm thinking I see a bear right there. Oops, right there. I'm not sure, but it's interesting how she put that beautiful spiral. Whoa, am I still here? I hope so. I hate those stupid scam calls. So the land between. So it's basically finding balance, going in within yourself to a place where you can sit. And because the last card is quieting the mind for meditation. So for to increase your energy, needs to start with quieting the mind, being able to meditate more, and with you said music being important. Yeah, and music being important to you, it will help you create that space where you can go to that land in between to find that balance for meditation. You have the stars, all around you. Stars, of course, are symbols for hope, for guidance. And of course, the land in between is it's rock, it's hard, it's supported, and it's green. So you have a lot of with the green. I also like to involve chakras. That's part of what she does too with this deck. But with the green, I love that the green is part of the your heart chakra, and so to be able to have more of a balance within your heart. Green is also for health, abundance. So going back to that heart center, and you said you love music. So there's, allow that music to carry you to that beautiful land in between, that sacred space that you create for yourself, for healing, for growth, for, you know, your meditation. And just like with the other one, there it is. It's like right in the heart. So when you go into meditation, just allow that beautiful heart center. And then, if I can bring this in a little closer, and how all these beautiful colors and lights are unfolding. You become lighter. You are full of light. You're full of all these different colors that our. I'm getting distracted, Kyle. I'm sorry. There's something in here, and it looks like an ear to me. Let me look at this really close, because it's really pulling my attention. I think for it's a petal, but for me, it's emphasizing the ear, and with the music, that's making a connection with with me right now. Um, but there's such a beautiful sense of flowing um, within this form with the opening of the petals, allowing that music to come in you to take you to that sacred space. And there's this beautiful little like light in the middle. And for me too, that could possibly be a spirit guide, maybe. I know I say possibly because I know everybody has a different perspective on who they meditate and whether they connect with a higher power, their higher self. But it's just beautiful. This light is just blossoming. So when you're able to listen to that beautiful music and it takes you to that sacred space, and to remember to breathe in that light, bring in that beautiful light energy from below and that beautiful support of that earth that you have under your feet, and bringing those together and just send that energy back and forth from your higher self down to um, the earth, and just let that energize you, breathing in that energy. Because a lot of times people think meditation is just sitting still and quiet, but that can be while doing things that we love also, whether for me it's art and listening to music. um for you it seems like it's you love the music. It brings you into perfect alignment and harmony with yourself, which sets you to that place that you can go to inside, where you can open up and allow yourself to um, blossom and let the energy flow in and out of you. hmm I've been trying. It's kind of hard for me to do meditation these days, um, because of certain medications I have to take. But the one I did yesterday, actually, with the Mother Mary, was one of the ones that I've been able to do in a long time. So that was wonderful. You know, like a really deep, like getting centered and within. That was a beautiful experience. And I'm thinking too, do you work with crystals? Because I'm feeling now to pull from my one of my crystal decks. It's called Astral Realms Crystal. Yeah, Astral Realms Crystal. Oops, Oracle. And it's by Rockpool. Absolutely beautiful cards. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I'm going to pull one card and see how you resonate. I don't, because I don't understand them. Okay, but I'm open to it. Okay, I love crystals. That's my that has always been the focus of my healing that I was learning when I was in Arizona. I took Reiki just so that I can learn how to take a course in crystal healing. So let's see. What crystal can help Kala Lily develop a more of a connection with her energy? I'm getting several because I've worked with crystals. I know carnelian is a wonderful energetic stone. So is citrine, um, orange calcite, yellow calcite, garnet. It's oh, hi Mama Bear. Thank you for joining. And so peach selenite is what was offered to you, Kala Lily, and it's perfect. It's for see, people are saying around in meditation for insight. So it is a universal um, crystal. And peach selenite, I do have a piece, but it's been packed away for moving. So, but you can see everyone here sitting in a circle, and there's the peach selenite, and they're sharing their meditation and their love with each other and sending it out into the universe. And it brings insight. So this would be a perfect stone to get for your meditation. I think that's a perfect stone, and it is a soft stone, something that gives you a gentle little increase with your energy. For some people, certain stones are much more higher vibration than others. And that's why when it comes to people who are new to crystals, or have a lot of heavy pains, just not physically, but trauma wise, I always recommend the softer energies to kind of help ease them into the healing process and to feel safe and secure and warm in the sensation of beginning healing. And stones like that, for me, of course, amethyst is beautiful. But you also have lepidolite, which comes in very light colors that are a little bit softer. You have the peach selenite. You have the orange and yellow calcite. Calcite comes in red too, and it can be of a softer color. So those would be, recommendations too, aside from this one right here. Yeah, Mama Bear, this one is called, let me show you the front of the box. Or I can just, and they're beautifully well made. It's called the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle, and it is put out by Rock Pool, and they put out different decks as well. I believe they put out the Stacy DeMarco decks. Amethyst is your birthstone. Amethyst is a beautiful crystal. I mean, they're all beautiful, but with amethyst, it's one of those ones that can be used and benefit people on so many different areas of their life. Amethyst is good for healing, and it comes in different shades. So you can use a very light lavender um, amethyst. And another one too that just jumped into my head is angel light, which is a softer grayish blue, along with celestite. Amethyst is also good for not just for healing, but for working with your third eye and higher chakra. It's good for connecting with dreams. And I typically don't go into the anything medical because these stones are meant for support in with anything medical. I always like to make sure people understand um, that crystals are a wonderful addition to regular professional medical advice. So they shouldn't just be used solely for anything, especially if it's severe. So I'll just put, like to put that out there. I know some, and I'm still learning because since I've gone back into working with crystals again and with the oh, the tarot cards and going back and reconnecting with my community. There are a lot of new stones that are coming out with different names. And also another thing that I have that I absolutely love is EQ, who is the other half of Soul Sisters, and she also has a new channel out. And it for her video channel, she goes by the wisdom of the blue lotus. So that's really beautiful. And she's put out these water bottles. You can get them through Amazon. Goodies galore, four as in the number four and the letter U. And they're beautifully made glass bottles. They come with a strainer if you want to make anything hot in them for teas and chai and things like that. And she has different ones for crystals. Um, this one here I got is the soul alignment, and it has rose quartz, which is a beautiful stone, soft stone, also for healing, especially if it has to do with something with the heart. Rose quartz is just an absolutely beautiful stone of unconditional love. You have your amethyst in here and regular quartz crystal, and you can get them with this set of stones. She's got one with, I believe, tourmaline, and I can't remember the other one, but you can find them on Amazon. And so I absolutely love this bottle, and it does make the water taste better. I get the spring water and I add it to it, and I think it's just because these bottles, the people who make these bottles, don't have any of the I don't know the elements they use into making the glass. It's a cleaner, more, I don't say organic, but it's a healthier type of bottle, a container. Because I've had several water bottles that water ends up just tasting strange to me. But with this one here, I do enjoy the taste of the water. It doesn't affect, whatever chemicals or, impurities, none of that has been used in the making of these glass bottles. And also, you can unscrew these and you can change out your crystals too. And the crystals don't touch the water because you have to be careful. There are some stones and crystals that are hazardous to humans, so you can't put them directly into water or have that you're drinking or any, contact, internal contact with your body. So these are just absolutely wonderful. Hey, Mama Bear, are you still here? Would you like some cards? Please let me know. Um, I have several different. I know there's a channel, um, Jen Lynn. She actually, I think, has a live going on right now where she's discussing crystals as well. So, oh, you're there, and that yes. So would you like some cards? I'm doing threes today. So, let's get you a color card, an oracle card, and a crystal card. Let's do that. And how are you doing today, hon? Thank you for dropping by and spending some time. I'll probably be wrapping up in a little bit. Oh, you're welcome, Kala Lily. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Okay, so. Ooh. For Mama Bear. So let me go and get my other deck I want to use. I hope you've been having a blessed day, Mama Bear. I love that name. There was a woman that used to work in the hospital that I would go to see my counselor, and I always told her she had a mama bear energy. She was always so kind and looking out for everybody. So when I saw her, I would say, "Hey, Mama Bear," and she would smile. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. You've got one of the same cards that Lily got. I think that's saying establishing the message that we were receiving earlier. And Sophie was on too. And Melinda. That's good. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's a balmy 15 degrees here today in Niagara Falls. Oh, I'm glad the heat's coming on. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's see. Just really quick. Mama Bear, have you been working on trying to develop a consistent meditation time for yourself to be able to relax, to meditate, however it is that you enjoy meditation, but just the chance to kind of um, relax, get quiet, find your center, and balance yourself. Because what I'm getting here is your color card is indigo, and that's improving your vision. And of course, your third eye and higher chakra. Yes, you have been trying. Okay. So they're improving your vision, the color of indigo. So kind of focusing on working and developing, kind of allowing that color when you go into meditation, to make sure that when you start focusing on, with your breathing and general gently allowing the light to flow in and through your chakras, to make sure that when you get to like your third eye and the top, your crown chakra, to allow that light to maybe expand more, to surround you. Because just as Kala Lily had gotten a little while ago, I got the land between, which is you are trying to find a way of, with me, it's finding time to be balancing time to find time to be able to connect and go to a place, um, for yourself, whether you like to include it physically, or if you just sit and go into it mentally. But um, you're the card is saying that you need to kind of you're looking for that middle ground, that balance where you can sit in peace. And this is like, your inner temple where you can go and sit and allow the wisdom of the universe and the lights of the stars. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I love too that you I got this card, because let me know earlier when I showed this card to Kala Lily, I had seen like the face of a bear here. And if you see that, then that's absolutely perfect, because um, that's what I kind of see right there. There's like the face that I think of is a bear. So right now we are working on our meditation, just taking time for ourselves. And the last stone card I have for the crystals and the stones is Azurite. And Azurite is for discipline. So you're really trying to improve your quality, um, how many, the quantity and the quality of how you find time to be able to meditate. Um, and according to this card, it had to be maybe a little bit more disciplined in making that time at least once a day or every couple days, just to be able to give yourself, even if it's just 10 minutes of just going in to where it is that you feel safe, secure, and you can connect to your higher self and your higher power. And azurite is actually a stone that fits, that is meant for your third eye. I have several pieces and I just love them. They just feel so beautiful when you put them on your third eye. And of course, with the discipline, with your meditation, you will receive, pearls of wisdom. So it's really saying to start learning how to discipline yourself. Find the time, um, even if it's just, if you can only do it for like a couple minutes, and then building it up from there. Because the azurite and the indigo are basically the same, beautiful colors. And just finding the time, balancing, the time to get there, to be able to meditate, but will also, that beautiful light right there, bring you illumination and will help ground you along in with your heart chakra as well, with the beautiful green. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm looking at this to see if there's anything else, because there's a little bit of blue that she included underneath the rocks. So for me, that's more like crystals too, in that light color. So I would definitely start spending, trying to increase, making sure you do it, start doing it on a regular basis. Like I said, even if it's for like a couple of minutes, you know, um, because for some of us, all we can do is a couple of minutes. There have been women I met in my women's groups who have been through such trauma that they can't even close their eyes to meditate. So for them, even if it's just for a couple minutes just before they start to fall asleep, or even if it's they keep their eyes half open, to just try to find some quiet and to connect with their breathing through that way. Um, whatever little steps that you can take to do that, you will definitely benefit. And just like, how they say when you work a muscle, you know, the same thing, you will find at times you will be able to start going into a meditative state. And whether it is, if you're doing art, like for me, a lot of times my meditation comes through using, my paints or my pencils or whatever it is that's around me that's calling to me. And I will, do that, and it helps me put me into a meditative space. So, whatever you feel helps with a meditation, journaling too, or if it's just scribbling, picking up a pencil or a pen and just going over the paper and not being too concerned about what you're drawing or not drawing, or just allowing your mind to kind of go into that disconnect that will help bring you into that state of peace. It's the word they want me to say, is peace. Okay, I think that does it. It does. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. I hope it does. And if you need an extra card, just let me know. Um, but I think that the message, you know, has come through, is that it's just really important to find, because, you're trying to work, people have different lifestyles. Some people have families, so you're trying to balance work, balance family, try to find that in between time for yourself. That's what I love about that card, the land between, is because you finally found an opportunity to balance what goes on in your daily life for those few moments of blissful, peaceful, meditation and what makes you happy. And so, on that, I think I've been on for just a little over an hour, and I think that will be good. I was invited on to Bright Opal Tarot this evening through Sophie, and I think I'm going to go ahead, grab something to eat, maybe take a nap, and not to forget that Debbie and I don't know who she's going to have on tonight. It's usually Lisa, but Lisa's working now, so I'm not sure if Lisa will be there. She probably will for Friday, and I know that they will probably be addressing, Ukraine and everything that's going on. So I'm sure I will see everybody there and say hi again. I know, Kala Lily, I love this card because it's like you're creating a bridge. Spirit is helping you create a bridge um, to your own little piece of land, your own little sanctuary. Your own personal place for play, for meditation, for self care, nurturing, whatever it is that brings you joy and happiness, and reminds you that we all are sacred. We all have um, our bodies, and our minds are temples. They're all sacred, and that the universe is there to help us build that bridge and to support us as we go and we take those times for ourselves. So definitely, I love that. And for some people who have the ability for like astral traveling too, they um if they connect more with mediumship and astral travel and being able to bridge different dimensions and different worlds. So yeah, I absolutely. I mean, all of her cards just have such poignant information. Like that one popped up again, the one that we had for you earlier. I just love how that blossom, that flower, It's just all those different colors, and it just shows that it's awakening. You know, that light's coming right through your crown chakra, your third eye, and it's just going all the way through, where it just bursts into light, and glowing and love. It's just, yes, very peaceful. So, all right, my ladies, thank you for joining me, and keeping me company. I appreciate it very much. And I know I will see you all later this evening, probably at someone else's show. And have a blessed afternoon. And I will talk to you all later. Bye. Mwah.